Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, or CDC, is the National Public Health Agency of the United States. It is a United States federal agency under the Department of Health and Human Services and is headquartered in Atlanta, Georgia. As the nation's public health protection agency, CDC has certain authorities to implement regulations related to protecting America from health and safety threats, both foreign and within the United States, and increasing public health security. Here is the top 5 factors contributing to foodborne illnesses. First is the poor personal hygiene. Improper hand washing is one of the leading causes of food contamination and is responsible for the spread of deadly bacteria such as Salmonella, E. coli, and Novovirus, as well as dangerous respiratory infection such as adenovirus and hand-foot-mouth disease. Second is the improper holding temperature. Cold food shall maintain less than 41 degrees Fahrenheit and hot food shall maintain more than 135 degrees Fahrenheit. If foods stay in between those temperatures for any period, ensure they are time and temperature controlled and documented. Next is the improper cooking temperatures. Bacteria that cause foodborne illness multiply quickest between 4 degrees Celsius and 60 degrees Celsius. The danger zone is this temperature range in which bacteria and spoilage bacteria grow quickest. Lower temperatures prevent the bacteria from growing to dangerous levels. Second to the last is food from unsafe sources. Unsafe food containing harmful bacteria, viruses, parasites, or chemical substances causes more than 200 diseases, ranging from diarrhea to cancers. It also creates a vicious cycle of disease and malnutrition, particularly affecting infants, young children, elderly, and the sick. Lastly is the contaminated equipment or cross-contamination. This type of contamination occurs because the equipment or utensils were not properly washed and sanitized between each use. Some examples are using unclean equipment such as slicers, can openers, and utensils to prepare food. In this slide, we see a clean, separate, cook, chill are the 4 easiest steps to food safety to prevent foodborne illness. Contamination, the process by which bacteria or other microorganisms are unintentionally transferred from one substance or object to another with harmful effect. Here are some ways that you can prevent cross-contamination. When shopping, separate raw meat, poultry, and seafood from other foods in your grocery. Place these foods in plastic bags to prevent their juices from dripping onto other foods. It is also best to separate these foods from other foods at checkout and in your grocery bags. After the shopping, here are the refrigerating food. Place raw meat, poultry, and seafood in container or sealed plastic bags to prevent their juices from dripping into other foods. Raw juices often contain harmful bacteria. Store eggs in their original carton and refrigerate as soon as possible. Cutting board. Always use a clean cutting board. If possible, use one cutting board for fresh produce and a separate one for raw meat, poultry, and seafood. Once cutting boards become excessively worn or develop hard-to-clean grooves, you should replace them. Use correct color-coded chopping boards and knives at all times. Red is for raw meat, blue for raw fish, yellow for cooked meat, green for salads and fruit, brown for vegetables, and white for dairy products. In marinating food, always marinate food in the refrigerator, not on the counter. Sauce that is used to marinate raw meat, poultry, or seafood should not be used on cooked foods unless it is boiled just before using. When serving food, always use a clean plate. Never place cooked food back on the same plate or cutting board the previous held raw food. When storing leftovers, refrigerate or freeze leftovers within 2 hours or sooner in clean, shallow, covered containers to prevent harmful bacteria from multiplying.